Do you support Trump?
Hell yeah, I support my king.
If you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who'd you rather vote for?
Always Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I support Trump because of especially there was like one main thing is because of what Biden did with the withdrawal of Afghanistan. Because one of my cousins actually, so I didn't agree with it at all. And the things that they told me what they experienced while they were there, and those 24 hours, those were the scariest moments of their life. They've never experienced that moment, and yeah, that's why I didn't agree with it at all. So yeah.
Okay, so there's a few things here. One, that was set up specifically by Donald Trump, that agreement, and Biden extended it, gave us more time to leave. I don't think that you have an argument to say that if Trump were in office, that this wouldn't have happened.
I mean, you saw the amount of equipment we left them, and now they're like the strong
Wait,
one of the strongest.
equipment we left them is after this all happened. Secondly, it's not equipment we left; it's stuff we gave to the Afghan government to defend themselves. Right? Are you saying that we shouldn't have given the Afghan government weapons to defend themselves?
No, sure, but like I mean, they collapsed. So my thing is, why couldn't we
No one
withdraw
expected
the
that.
equipment?
Wait, we did.
What?
We withdrew all equipment we had access to, and we destroyed it on site. Other than that, the only stuff that was U.S. that was given as a gift to the Afghan government to defend themselves. You're essentially arguing we shouldn't have given them any weapons to defend themselves, which is
I mean,
ridiculous and
I
absurd.
mean, we were there too, so we were using it. It's not like hey, take it, right? It was like it belonged to us because we give it to them, but we were actually like loaning it to them. It's not like we give
No,
it
no,
to
no.
them
We
for
gifted
free,
it to
right?
them so that they could defend themselves. That was the point of us giving it to them. That's what military experts and intelligence officers said themselves.
I mean, what do you think about the 13 U.S. Mostly Marine members that
I think that's horrible. It's horrific. No one wants service members. All right, we all don't want that to happen. One thing that people don't take into account, though, is the 65 plus service members that conflict under the Trump administration. There were 16 under the Biden Harris administration, counting the 13 that you're referencing, right? But there were over 65 under Trump's administration. So why don't you reference any of them?
because like I said, like that what happened to my to one of my family members, that was more personal, right?
Yeah, that's horrific.
But
I'm really sorry that you had to go through that. It's like obviously very horrific, and you know
yeah,
you
like
wouldn't want
I wouldn't like it.
anyone else to
Yeah, I
go through
wouldn't
that,
want
right?
anyone on that, right? Yeah, but like
But that
that
wouldn't
was one of my
necessarily be a
main
reason to
things.
vote for Donald Trump because Donald Trump, what would he have done to prevent that
Yeah,
from
well, one of the
happening?
reasons why, like he talked about this, I'm pretty sure, and he said that that was like what Biden did, like it was logical, like it was one the best thing to do, right? But not the way that he did it. And he said that the way he did it and left the whole like millions of dollars in equipment, billions of dollars, that it was like humiliating. Like
Who
he
said that?
embarrassed
Trump?
us globally. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Trump is lying because we didn't leave billions of dollars of equipment there. That was just stuff we left for the Afghan government to defend themselves. If Trump's saying that he wouldn't have left weapons for the Afghan government to defend themselves, well, then I don't understand how you would be arguing anything there. Secondly, that doesn't help out service members that. Okay, so what would Trump have done to prevent that from happening?
I mean, I feel like Trump has like, I feel like they respect Trump way more, right? Like, he did a
Well, he
one
doesn't
trillion
respect
dollar
them.
deal.
He doesn't respect them because not only has he cut the VA, but he also called veterans suckers and losers, according to a four-star general, alongside the fact that he literally said that John McCain's not a war hero because he was captured and he doesn't prefer people who are captured.
I mean, I get your point, but I mean, also the border, like the border crisis, like I feel like with the, I'm not sure what it was called, where like the don't stay in Mexico or whatever, like where you didn't have to wait over there in that part of the border.
One,
I
you
feel
should
like
address what I
that.
said with Trump. And two, in terms of remain in Mexico, that applies to the asylum process, which is a legal process of immigration. That
Yeah,
doesn't
but like
affect undocumented
I feel
immigrants.
like the people, for example, right? If I came through here, like if I came through the border illegally, where I came legally into the country, but if I came through the border illegally, and okay, I didn't have to stay in Mexico, I feel like people got influenced by that. People got like
Wait, no, if
motivated to
people are
come through the
coming to the
border.
country undocumented, they wouldn't be the ones that quote unquote stay in Mexico. That'd be people who are claiming asylum.
I mean,
And you're
can you lie
saying you're
about asylum though? You can.
what?
People have lied about asylum. I heard about way like
Sure,
I've heard even
I'm
my
not disputing that. But then you're also saying for everyone who does have a legitimate asylum claim that they shouldn't be allowed to stay in the country while they're claiming asylum. So I think the best way to incentivize not only people who have illegitimate asylum claims to not go through that process, but also ensure that people who have legitimate asylum claims have a good process to go through. We need to make the legal process in the United States go significantly quicker. That makes it better for people who have valid asylum claims, and it makes it worse off for people who have invalid asylum claims. So that's actually a process to address it, not by saying people should stay in Mexico, because that provides no incentive from a U.S. government standpoint to actually make said process go quicker for people who are going through the legal asylum process who, again, have legitimate asylum claims. Plus, people who are seeking asylum from Mexico, are you saying they should stay in Mexico while they're seeking asylum?
I mean, if they're actually like in danger, like and we can prove it, right? I mean, sure, come into the country. But if I just say, hey, look, I'm in danger. My family's in danger, and whatever. Let's say El Salvador, where they had like and everything, right? With Sika, you can just say that. You have to prove it, right? You have to prove like maybe reports, like police reports, that you have actually filed these claims. You can't just say that. I mean, people came into the country without background checks, right? We just dumped these people into the country, and we don't know if they have criminal records in their home country.
Okay, over
I feel
70% of people who are detained by ICE have no prior criminal record. If you want to reference anything to do with the undocumented immigrants that are coming to our country, they're multiple times as likely to commit violent crime, property crime in the country compared to natural born U.S. citizens. So they're multiple times as likely to commit crime. If you want to reference bringing people to the country, right, again, the mass deportation process creates a greater likelihood where we aren't going to be able to actually address bad crimes that harm the safety and security of Americans because people who are law enforcement officers are focused on deporting those that have not committed violent crimes and bad crimes and have no prior criminal record.
I mean, that's why we have a due process, right? And I agree with the speedy deportations, like for the people that have been here less than 2 years. Because I mean, if you think about it,
No,
right?
that violates due
Listen,
process rights.
it doesn't. Okay, you can say that, but I mean, I heard about like Trump signing an executive order about like immigrant. Whatever. I'm not sure about it. I mean, you probably know it because you're professional at this.
Well, I have a question. Do you support Trump calling for the complete and total shutdown of Muslims entering the country?
Bro, why are you putting me on the spot? Like, there's like 5,000 people. No.
No, you don't. Okay, so then why do you support Trump? Like, wouldn't that be like a reason why you probably wouldn't want to support him? Not only is that a violation of constitutionally protected rights such as religious freedom, but it's also incredibly Islamophobic.
Yeah, but I mean, bro, if you saw what happened, I mean, those people, I mean, some of those people could be dangerous, like, like
Wait,
9/11.
Muslims? Why are you arguing that only Muslims are dangerous? Because you called for a complete and total shutdown of Muslims entering the country.
Not a complete total shutdown, but I mean, if he did that, it's probably
That's
for a
what he
reason,
said.
right?
No, he
He probably
called
has
for
more
that.
reasons.
No, yeah, his reason is Islamophobic. It's not based in actually reducing the likelihood of there being crime. If you want to reduce crime, then why do you support Trump, a convicted criminal who pardoned violent rioters, who police officers, and called them patriots? Meaning he released them onto the streets after the police officers.
You know what? I will say this, right? I'll give you props because you actually opened my mind about the Howard Stern show. Like, I never heard that, right, before. But, I
Yeah, it's
mean,
him
I
actively
can't
admitting to
believe.
exploitation of women, right?
I mean,
And then
bro, if I
18-year-olds
heard
came
that
out and said there were
before,
four girls as young as that were in these changing rooms when Donald Trump would barge in. So, given that you know this now, would you say that you don't support Trump anymore?
okay.
Hello? Hello?
Wait, did you hear me? Hello?
I don't hear you anymore.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
As as a president, yes. As a person, no. Why
Oh, why
no?
do you support him as a president, even though he engaged in exploitation of women and girls? Because again, 18-year-olds came out and said there were four girls as young as changing rooms, and Donald Trump would barge in, and also he was held civilly liable. And he his daughter on countless occasions. I mean, do you just not
So
care
my
about any of
question
these things?
so my question to you is this, right? We have we have criminal justice, we have a justice system, right? So why wasn't he prosecuted for these things? If they were true, why couldn't he be prosecuted? I mean,
He was
anyone
held
will be
civilly
prosecuted.
liable. He was held civilly
Epstein.
liable unanimously amongst a jury of 9 people. So even when there's a court and jury determination that he did do so, you still don't believe it.
I mean, I
Because
would
you have
believe it, but
cult-like support.
why did she civilly like? Why did she like just civilly sued him or whatever?
Because it was past statute of limitations for criminal cases. Meaning it's been too many
So
years since the event
it
happened, that
wasn't.
they can't try them in a criminal court regardless of the level of evidence.
Damn. Okay, but I mean that doesn't make him a bad president though. Like
It does.
if you go by people's backgrounds, like everyone,
Wait, I'm
even
sorry.
me, we have
I'm
done
sorry.
fucked
Can
up
you give me
things.
one circuit? Can you give me one circuit? Wait, is your background comparable to a guy who's a woman?
No.
Okay, so then why are you making that point? You sound absurd. Has Kamala Harris done that? No. So why would you support that
Okay,
over
that's another
Kamala
thing. You know
Harris?
why I didn't vote for that woman? I'll tell you this. Because okay, I didn't vote for her because like Biden, he was like campaigning and everything, and like Kamala was like, oh, he's in good spirit. He would, he's gonna probably like run for re-election and everything. And out of all of a sudden, he dropped out.
Okay.
Why would he drop out if he was in good spirit and he was in good health? And then Kamala was like forced to, she got his endorsement, so that's the only reason she probably ran for the office.
So your reason for not supporting quote unquote that woman, right? Kamala Harris, by the way, she has a name, she's a person, uh, is because of the fact that she said that Joe Biden had the ability to be president.
No, not that because they humiliated us and globally with the withdrawal
Wait, by the
and
way, the you mean humiliated us, but like, could you name any way Trump's withdrawal would have been different?
oh man, I like when I hear him talk, I got
And wait,
scared.
what authority did she
Biden.
have in that context?
That's what I'm saying. So why would I vote for a person that has no authority of anything
But
and she just
she was in the
that's
position of
powerful?
vice presidency. If she had no authority, she can't have responsibility for that. That makes no sense. Trump had no authority at that time, right?
But it was the
Did he cause
administration, so
that?
it will legally fall into their administration. So they
Okay,
were legally.
that doesn't mean that she like herself individually caused that, right? So then she doesn't have responsibility for that from that perspective. Secondly, again, you're not even actually giving an argument. To me, it sounds like it's probably because of sexism. Like it's probably because of misogyny.
Nah, I actually think Kamala. Like, I think she's a good woman. I think she's a fine, smart person. But
Trump isn't though.
as a
So then
president, I feel
why do
like
you
I don't know
support Donald Trump over Kamala Harris then?
because he was already a president before, and he showed he was capable of doing things.
He
But
was
the
not
the
showing he
COVID
was
thing
capable.
actually.
And wait, under his first term, he said we should look into disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19. Are you kidding me? Under his first term, he said that we should look into
Yeah, he's
utilizing nuclear
funny.
weapons to fight hurricanes. Okay, what do you mean he's funny? This is absurd. This is him being
Bro,
serious.
listen, cause I mean, have you seen his Truth Social like post like those things? I like him because that's his First Amendment. He has freedom of speech.
Hey dude, are you're just not serious? You don't care about him engaging in things that are objectively in
I
like
do, and you know
actually
what?
delusionally
Okay,
insane,
you're not
right?
talking
Dude,
about
is
them.
this just
You're
entertainment
not
for
talking
you?
about the vaccine. You're not talking about the vaccine that he funded for COVID.
I agree with Operation Warp Speed. That's a complete pivot of the point I was addressing.
Oh,
He literally said we should
okay.
look into
So
he said we should look into disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Would
he was
any
probably
reason
joking.
wait, I'm
Like,
sorry. No, he was being serious. Would any reasonable person tell scientists and literally the public in the position of the Oval Office, in the president, in front of the press, that we should look into disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19? I'm serious.
of course not. He was probably I don't know. He was probably crazy that he probably said it as a joke because he said so many things that I literally think he should just be quiet.
Okay, so
But that
what he
doesn't make
said
him
was
a bad
delusional and
president.
insane, correct?
Uh, it was out of topic. Yeah, out of yeah. He was joking though. I feel like he was joking. I mean, the tone of his voice, I didn't read it or I didn't hear it, so I don't know. But another thing, do you remember the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that the Trump did in the 2017?
What about the Taxation and Jobs Act? Another pivot.
I'm not. I'm not. What are you saying?
That was a pivot, but what about it?
I mean, it lowered individuals' income tax rates, which
Which disproportionately positively impacted rich and wealthy Americans and added trillions of dollars to the debt. And through the big beautiful bill, specifically added $3.4 trillion to debt, cut over 420,000 children off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month, over 2.5 million
but
people
that's
on average
after
every month off
COVID.
their
That's
food
after
stamps,
COVID.
and over 10 million people off their access to health insurance. No shit's after COVID. The big beautiful bill is after COVID, of course. It was here in
Okay,
2025.
but what I'm telling you, in 2017, before COVID, we saw, economic growth. So that's what I went by, like when I voted for him, right? Before COVID, he was actually a good president, and he made the medicine, the vaccine, and the way he talks, like I liked it. Like, come on now, he's like, he's unfiltered. That's what I like about him.
Okay. So when you say unfiltered, what about that is beneficial?
That we can have a president that expresses his feelings without caring at all, because he's the president and
That's
he can
that's
say whatever he
dangerous. That's
wants.
dangerous. You know, when he
How?
did that specifically about Tylenol usage during pregnancy, he said that Tylenol causes autism with absolutely no evidence. When there are scientific studies I can show you in the bibliography in my bio that literally indicate with 2.5 million people overlooked in the context of Sweden that literally there's no association between Tylenol usage during pregnancy and autism after taking into account siblings and genetics. So if he actually looked at the evidence, he wouldn't have made such scientifically false claims that will then lead to the harming of millions of Americans because of the fact that that's literally causing a public health crisis. Let alone the fact that people are getting vaccinated to a lesser degree because of the type of rhetoric that he engages in, that people specifically are in significantly worse off standpoints in terms of their health because of that, because of lack of access to health insurance.
I mean, that's one thing that he has said, but I mean, it was his voice, and actually, I'm not sure about Kenny. What's the dude, the researcher? What's his name? That he's like, I'm not sure about his name. He's old. He said that the scientists didn't find any specific evidence that it caused autism, so that was debunked, and he hasn't talked about it anymore. So why are you
That was
treating him
debunked
as a bad?
prior to that point. So why is he just randomly saying bull? You said he's quote unquote unfiltered. That's bad and dangerous in this circumstance because it leads to a public health crisis. It leads to people being harmed. You can't, as the president, just say whatever you want. I'm sorry, that's really stupid. Do you realize that's stupid?
Yeah, yeah, stupid. But I mean, he's your president though, so stop crying about it, okay? Like,
What?
come
I'm,
on.
I'm sorry, are you not allowed to complain about the president? Are you not allowed to say the president's done bad things? I thought we have freedom of speech.
Quiet,
What are you
piggy. Let me
complaining
tell you
about, you
something. He's the
sensitive
best
snowflake?
president ever.
You're a sensitive snowflake because I called out your
I'm not a
president.
sensitive snowflake.
You're
Shut
you're
up.
clearly sound sensitive right now.
You want a woman to be the president, and she can't even like.
Yeah,
She
what's
wasn't
wrong
even
with a
the
wait?
like,
What's wrong with a woman being president?
bro. What's wrong with a woman being president? That they're more like sensitive to problems. They're
Says the one who literally
yeah.
would just complained and was sensitive because I called out the president of the United States for doing something that was wrong. You're the sensitive little
And
snowflake.
what are
It's
you gonna
not
do
women.
about it? Are you gonna
Women,
pay? Are you
women.
gonna personally do something about it?
I'm personally calling you out for it right now.
But you're not gonna do anything to him.
What do you mean? What do you mean by
He
do
says you're
anything? That's
president.
doing
Like
something.
you're saying that. Oh my God, he did this about the Tylenol. That he said whatever bullshit about the Tylenol. But you're not gonna do anything with it. And
What do you mean? I
Kennedy
just
said that.
called it out in front of over 7,000 people.
I mean, those 7,000 people are liberals and they're in a cult. So
Okay, what is a
it doesn't
cult?
matter. What is it called? A cult is like a fuck. I don't remember the specific, like the definition. You want me to give you the definition?
Yeah,
It's like a people that have the same beliefs or practices.
the people who have same beliefs. So MAGA has the same beliefs and practices. Therefore, MAGA is a cult under your view.
No, because not everyone's
Oh, you just
no,
conceded. So what's a cult?
people that have the same practices. So
Oh, so MAGA is a cult because they have the same practices. Try again.
Republicans are a cult too. So we're all in the cult.
Okay, so you realize the cult definition has no relevance then. Try again. What's the definition of a cult?
Bro, you're so good at this. It's yes, it's a big it's a big amount of group of people that have the same beliefs, the same. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. So
So
you
we're
would then be
all
in a cult. Are you in a
there's
cult?
good cults and bad cults.
Good cults and bad cults. Okay. So you obviously don't have a good definition of a cult here. You're just saying it's people who agree with each other. So liberals agree with each other. That's the most ridiculous and nonsensical statement you could have brought up in the conversation, right?
They
Or
do
actually,
because they
not
want
nonsensical.
immigrants in this country.
I meant to say.
They want immigrants in this country
Hold up.
illegally.
I meant to say trivial, not nonsensical. Because again, everyone knows that liberals have similar beliefs because you're using the term liberal to refer to them. Obviously, they have to have something in common if you're using a specific term to reference all of them. That's a ridiculous standpoint for you to express on the live.
What are they gonna do about it? Like chat is all like they're all crying about me.
What
Like,
do you
why
mean by what are you going to do about? What are you going to do about it? You disagree with my
I'm not,
perspective. What are you doing about it?
you know what I'm doing about it? I'm actually making your chat a little bit smarter because they have like
No, you're just
negative
being a
opinions.
sensitive little snowflake on the live. What do you mean you're making
I'm
my
not
chat
you being
smarter? No,
sensitive
the
because
chat is
why do you
actively
support
losing
Trump? You know
brain
why I
cells
support
because of
Trump?
you.
Because he's unfiltered. He's actually a good
Yeah,
president. He's
that
good
is a low
looking,
IQ reason to support Trump.
bro. He's actually
It
he's
is. It is.
smart.
That is a low IQ reason to support Trump. Want to know why?
Tell me why. Your definition. Come on.
Because I've already explained it to you, and you didn't listen, and you didn't actually engage with the point. Okay? What did I originally say? Tell me.
That Trump is a bad president because blah 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 blah. And you started yapping about
You see what I
liberals.
mean? He's not even. You're
Specific
not even
viewpoints.
listening into the conversation. I've already given you an answer to all of these points, yet you just repeated the same thing.
Because, bro, like you're just giving me the same. Like I've heard you say the same things to like 100,000 people, but you're not getting it. That
You've heard me say
13,
the same thing over and
13
over again, and yet you still can't retain the information. Wow.